back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. A big, beautiful welcome back to my returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for your support of me and each other in the comment section. I will be choosing another winner for a free video reading this week, so please be sure to hit your notification bell and drop me a comment below any of my readings this month, and you will automatically be entered for a chance to win a free video reading with me. If you have found yourself here for the very first time, please join us. I do pick a card readings on this channel, so if you are into tarot and oracle, please pull up a chair, grab yourself some snacks, and we'll have a little bit of a chit chat because we're all friends when we gather here at my table. So today's pick a card reading, we're looking at an urgent message from your guides and angels the next 3 weeks. We're looking at the next 3 weeks and they have an urgent message meant for you today. So we have 3 piles to choose from. We have pile number 1 here with the green deck and this cream colored head. We have pile number 2 with the Rider-Waite Tarot, and we also have the black head, and we have the Wildwood Tarot, I think it's called. I'll double check that, with the red head. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting for you today. And I am going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, this is an urgent message meant to find you today in regards to the next 3 weeks from your guides and angels. Pile 1. Hello everyone. In pile number 1, you were drawn to the whitish, it's a candle actually. I found this triad of candles in an old thrift shop and I thought they have to come home with me. So you were drawn to this very wise looking face and to the dark tarot here, the green deck. So let's take a look at urgent messages from your guides and angels meant to find you today about the next 3 weeks. What will the next 3 weeks bring? They have some messages that you need to hear today. What's coming in the next 3 weeks? For pile number 1, we have the Green Man, which is the Emperor energy. Urgent message, please, for the next 3 weeks. The Wheel of Fortune. So there's going to be a sudden turn of events here in a situation potentially that you have been waiting for in regards to a divine masculine energy, or this could be a situation where you are really harnessing your power to overcome challenges. It's like getting the wheel back in motion. It feels like the ending of one cycle and the opening up of another. Here's the 3 of Wands, fulfillment. It feels like a return. It almost feels like within the next 3 weeks you can expect some sort of shift or change. There's the Green Woman, there's the Empress. This is having to do potentially with a relationship. It's a sudden turn of events in a hopeful situation with another person, with a divine counterpart perhaps, and it seems to set you on a new course with this Page of Wands. It's like, it almost feels like a hurry up and wait sort of situation, or a reversed, only reversed rather, because it's like you waited, and now it's like hurry up, everything's in motion. It's like everything happening at once. Can we clarify the Green Man, please? The next 3 weeks, urgent messages. Transitions. So some of you should expect some sort of communication to come in from a divine masculine energy to clear the air. This could be something that they felt that they would perhaps bring it in under the precept of closure, quote unquote, and I'm putting quotations around it because it's not creating closure. Spirit says it's actually overriding or knocking down barriers, and it's actually setting you off on a new course. And this is something you want. And what I love is you can see in the 3 of Wands, I was just focused on those snakes, and here they are around the Temperance energy of balance. This is a restoration. This is your wheel getting back into alignment with your highest self, with your highest purpose. And it's a beautiful thing. It's sort of a beautiful reunion of souls, it feels like. And you can see they're excited to be back together too. Like there's a very physical nature to this reunion as well, because it feels like there's been sudden changes for you or for them. It's like there have been obstacles for a long time and we have cleared those out. And so it's like a floodgate has opening. It's like I see a dam and somebody's pulled up the hatch or the latch of the dam and it's just pouring out. You got Knight of Pentacles, the horse. And this is a situation that has been long awaited as well. A lot of patience having been asked of you in this situation. This is a situation where you have been a watcher. It's like you've been waiting for change. It's like you've been waiting for the rest of your life to start because of this moment. It's like you feel like you're getting a do-over in some way. And it's connection with some sort of expansion with this person. And we're talking about the next 3 weeks, so it's exciting. We even have the Page of Arrows amidst all this snow. I don't know where you are in the world right now, but I'm in Canada, and we definitely have snow. So it's happening soon. We have the Queen of Stones, the Queen of Pentacles, the Bear. Back of the deck is the Ten of Swords, Instruction, and the Page of Stones links. I love this energy. It's like you or this person is closing out a cycle in something. Has nothing to do with this connection, but it does have everything to do with this connection because it's freeing up the space. It's like the Ten of Swords says instruction. You can see that this person is trying to instruct this little one on how to shoot a bow. It's like an ending to something that we've learned a lot, that we're now able to use all of that knowledge in this brand new situation. So it encourages us in this moment right now, leading into this next 3 weeks, that there could be an ending coming for you or for this person, but specifically because we're talking to you, there could be something happening that you're going to be asked to release and let go of. And this is in preparation for this big monumental event that's coming in for you. They want you to look at beyond the immediate appearances of the loss, because within the dynamics of the Ten of Swords is always a release. It's always the completion of a cycle. And it's something that you did plan for. It's like something that you put yourself into willingly. This could be even a relationship or a home or a job where you went into this situation with open eyes, with good intentions. But you have found that what you require is not being met there, and it's time to put it to bed. It's time to come to a close. But what Spirit wants you to do is rise above the emotional feelings here, and to understand that the grief that you feel is going to pass, and to look beyond those immediate appearances, because what you see as an ending, Spirit says within the next 3 weeks, is going to show itself and prove itself to be perfect timing. And when I say perfect timing, that's what I'm talking, like, I mean perfect timing. It's like there's a recognition. It's like the floodgates open. There's a recognition that, wow, this all happened in a perfect way. It's like everything sort of dominoed to this culmination. There's the Nine of Pentacles tradition reversed. So this could be a shift in your actual physical position within the home, within work as well. But it feels very sort of associated with physical moves out of an emotional situation, or out of a karmic situation where we felt like there was a lot of responsibilities on our shoulders. I feel like there was an expectation. There could even still be an expectation right now of seeing this through, the situation that you're leaving behind, seeing it through. But that's what Spirit wants to prepare you for in this reading. They want to prepare you for this shift, this quick mindset shift that's being asked of you, because all of a sudden there's a turn of events. And sometimes sudden change can scare us. And they're not even presenting it as the Tower. They're presenting it as a really good change, because they don't want to scare you. They don't want to set you up with a fear-based mentality going into this. They just want to prepare you. And they want to remind you that everything you're leaving behind was just a preparation for this moment. And that any insecurity you may feel along the transitionary period is going to stabilize for you along this new path. So it's very exciting. It feels very, very exciting. Oops. Advice, please. Urgent messages for the next 3 weeks. We have wisdom. See your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual light. So you may currently, right this moment, be struggling in the dynamics of a relationship, in life in general, and Spirit wants you to try to separate yourself from that emotional feeling. You could even be in the thrust, in the midst of a loss, and of an emotional loss. And it's like, it's an emotional response to pain. It's an outburst sometimes when I see the Ten of Swords. And Spirit wants to try to pull you out of that. They want this reading to hold that purpose for you, to help to pull you out of that moment, so that you can see the forest through the trees, so that you can see that a clearing is coming. We have choice. By staying conscious in our thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of choice. And staying conscious is encouraging us to maintain our objective thinking in the midst of this outburst. And so the links on the Page of Stones here is asking us to, again, look beyond immediate appearances, and instead of seeing the strictly negative situation that you're feeling right this moment, they want you to rise above that and see the opportunity that it will present for you in the future. We have abundance. When your heart's intention is to serve humanity, doors of abundance naturally open. And that's exactly what's happening. It's like this, it's like a floodgates. It says Seven of Bows is clearance. The Seven of Wands is usually an obstacle card. It shows determination to overcome, but Spirit says we've done the work. The work's done for you. All you have to do is walk through that gateway. That's all we're asking you to do now, is to release and walk. And we'll hold you up. We have blue flame. Connect to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you. And that's how you connect to source. That's how you connect to your guides and angels, is by connecting to that blue flame during this period of unrest. But they're also promising you that that period of unrest is going to lead you to periods of excitement and new beginnings. And ultimately, it's going to lead you right back to security. I want to get you one of these beautiful Lemuria cards. Advice, please. Urgent messages for the next 3 weeks. Whoops. Urgent messages for pile 1 the next 3 weeks. We have She of the Lotus. I think that's beautiful. Back of the deck says new blueprints, and I love it. That's what the Ten of Swords truly does for us as well, is it affords us to, it reminds us that if we make it through a dark night, we can wait for that sunshine to poke up over the horizon. We can make a new plan of action, and that's what you're doing. You're creating a new gateway for yourself, and that's what's coming in the next 3 weeks. The She of the Lotus encourages shadow work and addressing all of the downfalls and the dissonance of our energy right this moment. It's a beautiful card that is talking about taking away our triggers and taking the power away from those triggers. You know, we're taking the power away from a situation that's no longer serving us. And it encourages us to take a look at the unconscious patterns that we're running in our minds. And it says, are the elements of yourself you need to take out of the trash, dust off, and reabsorb. Shadows can be painful and tender to the touch, but they're encouraging that shadow work during this period of time, because within the shadow work, within the difficult reflections that we have to do, are all the instructions on how to overcome, are all the evidences of everything you've already overcome. So your guides are really patting you on the back as well at this point, and again, encouraging you to just keep moving forward. Thanks, please, the next 3 weeks. We have here Lizard Dream Time. Pay attention to your dreams and visions. They are leading you. It's time to refocus on a new course. And we have Coyote, Wise Fool. Accept your follies and find the teaching in them. Don't let the past hold you back. It's the rearview mirror is so much smaller than the windshield for a reason, because we're supposed to spend less time thinking about it and less time reflecting about it. We're supposed to be forward facing always. So sometimes we can really sit in despair because we kick ourselves for putting ourselves in these positions in the first place. And that serves zero purpose, your guides say. Instead, they want us to focus on where we can go from here with what we've learned. And if we hadn't gone through what we went through, then we wouldn't have learned anything, and so we wouldn't be equipped for perhaps what's coming. But Spirit sees so much coming for you, so much excitement coming for you, pile 1. The next 3 weeks, what is coming in, an urgent message you need? We have here, expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Expect powerful, powerful change. And that's why they wanted your attention now, because they need that preparation stage to start right this moment, because it's coming like a freight train. There'll be no stopping it. And we have here, step outside of your comfort zone to get all of this change on course and to get it moving. There is a release that is required of you here, but they want you to look beyond immediate appearances, look beyond and look at the bigger picture. And they want you to really absorb the energy of this Page of Wands. We have this new moon in Sagittarius to encourage us to be adventurous. Sagittariuses are great at seeking adventure and going down new pathways and learning and exploring. And that's what they want. That's what they're actually saying, that this is a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful opportunity. It's going to look like loss at first, but it's going to bleed into so much more abundance for you. Let's get a charm goal for you, pile 1. The next 3 weeks, an urgent message from your guides and angels. Anything else that you need to add in the bowl today? The Judgment card. You're fearing change, fearing of repeating past mistakes. It's like sometimes we get so stuck in a mindset of I'm so fearful of like making more wrong decisions, or what we consider more wrong decisions, that we don't make any decisions and we stay complacent in a position that's not serving us anymore. But Spirit wants us to look at things in a logical way. Instead of letting the emotion take over, our perception of wrong directions that we've taken are just perceptions. Spirit sees our paths in front of us as very varied, and they ebb and they flow, and they go in one direction and then they go in the other direction. It's a winding course for a reason, and it's purposely built that way. We're supposed to make mistakes, because if we didn't, we wouldn't learn anything. And so they want you to stop being so hard on yourself, and they want you to instead seek to understand what led you into those paths in the first place and what you learned there, so that you can avoid those lessons again, so you don't have to relearn them, and so that you can carry yourself more confidently into the future to be truly a source of support and guidance for others as well. So the Judgment here really wants to be turned around. You're feeling stuck because you're fearing change, but they say change is coming. So change is a permanent thing. That's the only thing we can depend upon. So instead, they want you to embrace it, and they want you to look at it from a very logical point of view, because it's also leading you to what it feels like other romantic opportunities that are way better than what you're coming from. Oh, we have one stuck to my finger. It's a microphone. We have dream. We have the dream time. We have princess. We have P and Y and S for letters in the bowl today. We have a guitar pick and a microphone. So music could be a really important tool for you to raise the vibration, or your guides and angels may try to communicate with you through music a lot, because that really hits you in the feels. And that's a way that they can break through ego barriers. We have your higher self here with the High Priestess represented by the curled shell. You can draw upon your wisdom from past lives, from your spirit team. They are here to support you. And we do have a little piggy in the bowl. I think about the Four of Pentacles with the pig. I think about a hoarder mentality and concerns with the home. So you may be in the midst of a turbulent moment at home right now that's threatening your perceived stability. But Spirit says that your perception of what stability is going to be outmatched in the future, because it's this Nine of Pentacles reversed pales in comparison to the Queen of Stones here. All right, group 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. And if it did, I would love to hear your story below in the comments section. And I would love for you to be a member of this beautiful soul family if you aren't already. And if you do subscribe, be sure to hit me up below with a comment and hit your notification bell, because I will be calling upon a name this week to win a free video reading from me. So be sure to hit that notification bell so that I can actually notify you. I've been having a hard time connecting with my winners lately. But I hope that you come back here for another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hello everybody. In pile number 2, you were drawn to this darker candle. I bought this candle set at a thrift store, and I thought it was perfect for this application. So this is your reading, an urgent message that you need to hear today from your guides and angels about the next 3 weeks. So what urgent message do they have for you, pile 2, in regards to the next 3 weeks? Pile number 2, the next 3 weeks, an urgent message from their guides and their angels. Six of Wands. Six of Wands. They want you to hold your head up high. They want, even if you're not feeling it, they want you to hold your head up high. Two of Cups. Urgent message the next 3 weeks. Seven of Swords. Six of Swords with the Page of Pentacles. And we have the Moon. Back of the deck is the Fool. Urgent message for the next 3 weeks. Pile 2, please. We have the Two of Pentacles. Ooh, we've got a lot going on here. Ten of Swords. This is interesting because there are some similarities here, I feel, to pile 1's group, actually. And oftentimes we'll find that the collective energy is going through some very common themes at this time. We just sort of got through a very powerful portal as well. Can we clarify the Seven of Swords, an urgent message for the next 3 weeks? Four of Wands. There is a message coming through from your guides and angels where they are literally saying to me, the truth is going to set you free here. And this truth may be something that you even need to admit it loud to yourself. You need to admit it out loud to yourself because you've been denying it to yourself for a while. We have the Ten of Pentacles, we have the King of Swords, and we have the Ten of Wands. So there is a marked difference. We are all seeking the Ten of Pentacles. We all want to build up something, generational wealth, abundance. We want stability. We want all of those things. And we go into this with a goal. We go into this lifetime with a goal. And spiritually speaking, we go into it with a very different goal than we think that we do here, because the collective tells us that to have a successful life, we have to hit this checkpoint, then this checkpoint, then this checkpoint, and it all culminates to this, where we leave our world with more than what we came in, but we're leaving it behind for the generations that followed up. And we set ourselves on this course because we think that is going to fulfill us. We jump through the hoops of other people's expectations because we think that ultimately, if we follow the path, if we follow and jump through everyone's hoops, we're going to feel satisfaction. We're going to feel happy. We're going to feel good. But what is really being shown here is that we followed that course. We took all the right steps. We did everything we were told we should do, and we're left wanting. And we don't know why, and we feel frustrated. And sometimes we lie to ourselves, and we even feel guilty about that, perhaps, when we feel dissatisfied with what's sitting right in front of us, when we've worked so hard to accrue it, and we've invested so much time doing it. So we feel frustrated with ourselves because we feel like it's a reflection of us not being grateful enough, or not having produced enough yet. We wonder why our satisfaction wanes. And that's because we are not human beings. It's because we are spiritual beings. We're having a human experience, which really plummets us into the emotional aspects of that experience, but we are not spiritual beings. This is thy ship and not thy home. And so we come to these realizations of frustration when this does not fulfill, because ultimately we're looking for this. That's what we're chasing. We attach this to this. Oftentimes, we say we can't be happy until we have the house. We can't be happy until we have 2 cars, 2.3 children, the white picket fence, a relationship where we both have full-time jobs and we're both support. Like, we think that we have to jump through these hoops to get satisfaction, but we find out that it doesn't satisfy. That we've avoided the courses that were harder because they led us to the path of emotional happiness. But there's a reason why this Ten of Cups comes in the form of a rainbow. And that's because to get there, you have to weather storms. To get there, you have to go through turbulence. And sometimes we take the path of least resistance spiritually, because we're told by the collective that this is the path that's going to lead us to success and fulfillment and enjoyment. And that's not the case, because ultimately stuff, position, authority, reputation doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything at the end of the day. You can spend your life building up a huge lifetime of physical abundance where you become the superintendent of an entire university, or you can become the leader of a huge hospital. But when you're 95 on your deathbed and you look back at your life, you still have to grapple with emotional fulfillment, because the practical stuff is about to fall away from you. And so that's what Spirit is really showing here. And I know I'm long-winded, but they're really showcasing here a potential reflection needed that could result in a severance. And then this is going to be sort of a dragged out process over the next 3 weeks for you, because you're going to be struggling and sort of raging against it. raging against the truth that your guides and your angels are trying to impart upon you. And this is something that, again, you can see with the Seven of Swords that he thinks he's making off scot-free by avoiding, he's like trying to look behind him, but he's holding all those swords by the sharp edge. He's going to fall in them. He's going to hurt himself. So this path that we tried to avoid, we can't lie to ourselves forever. We have to face the music. This could have something to do even with a relationship, with the Two of Cups and the ending of that relationship. You may feel stuck and feel practically stuck in many ways to this person or to this dynamic. And the idea of hurdling over it really scares you. You may have been sort of pretending in this environment for a really long time, holding space for two opportunities. Like you may have even had really good intentions of like, I've always envisioned something more, but I had no intention of really acting upon it. But there comes a point over the next 3 weeks where you can't unsee the truth. And Spirit says that the truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. That walking through this gateway of your truth is evidence of the strength here with the Nine of Wands. The frustration that you feel is actually frustration that you feel because of the holding on, the grasping of this dynamic, of this pathway. Because it's kind of like, and I'm likening it to this situation, and it could resonate with you in this way as well. It's kind of like holding on to a belief system for a really long time. A really strong belief system, like a belief in a certain faith, and then having evidence thrown in your face that it's not true. And sometimes we still stick our head in the sand and we refuse to see the truth because we're too scared to navigate on the outside of that, or we don't know who we are on the other side of that transition. But Spirit wants you to know that on the other side of that transition is peace, is new beginnings, new opportunities, a chance for you to really explore who you are. Because up to this point, you may have been told who you are, because we are given free will, right? That's what we're always told. You have free will. But the moment you're born, they say, okay, you have free will, but this is your religion, and this is who you can marry, and this is where you're supposed to live, and this is the type of people you're supposed to hang around with. This is the path you should take. And if you don't take it, you're not a quote unquote success in our eyes. And we really absorb that. And we think of ourselves as kind of wastes of time, or that we're huge failures if something that we're building for ourselves no longer works for us, and we choose to walk away from it. We're not just choosing to walk away from something or someone here. We're choosing to walk away from a belief system attached to that idea. And that's a huge shift. And Spirit wants to prepare you for that with this revelation, or with this reflection tool of the moon. They're encouraging you to listen to your intuition, because it's about to expand, and you won't be able to not hear their voices. You're going to hear them. You're going to see the truths. And there may come a time over the next 3 weeks where you sort of double down and you refuse to let go of the old ideologies, or refuse to let go of the old relationship, or refuse to move forward. And you might want to say, okay, well, I'm just going to work on myself, and I'm just going to work on it until I feel better. But Spirit, again, wants you to know that these epiphanies will be waiting for you. And the King of Swords, he's a really powerful teacher of truth. He leads with his voice. He leads with the truth. And he sometimes has to make really hard decisions when it comes to leaving certain things behind. Sometimes he's not afraid to cut people, situations, and things out of his life that are no longer serving him. And so they just want to prepare you for that. They want to prepare you because they can feel a shift coming for you. And this is something that this is change that you've been considering and teetering on the edge of for a while. We have vibration. Your vibration is being raised to a higher levels, and you're connected to cosmic intelligence. And that's really what the King of Swords is all about, cosmic intelligence. Your vibration is being leveled up. And we may be hesitating, and we may be dragging our feet to that leveling up, but your guides are like, no, it's time. It's time for you to see the truth. So we're going to make you see the truth. We won't make you act upon it, but we're going to make you see the truth. And you won't be able to unsee it. We have magnificence. You are amazing, magnificent, and unique, but most importantly, you are enough. Now, the way that this truth gets brought into your life could have an emotionally devastating toll on you. With the Ten of Swords, that's an emotional outburst. That's sadness. That's the end of a cycle. That's something that is challenging me and my belief systems, challenging the rest of my course moving forward. Don't ever forget who you are, that this is just an experience that you are asked to observe. You are just here as a spiritual being having this human experience. It does not define you. You are magnificent. Cling to your crown and do not forget who you are amidst this shift, because Spirit is looking at it as an opportunity for more for you. And you know, suffering, we say a lot, is a powerful teacher, and on the other side of that is so much more. This 10 of Cups, it's fulfillment, it's peace. That's what we're actually seeking, is peace. We have dreams. The universe speaks to you through your dreams. That's where your guards are down. That's where you are more of an open vessel. And we have truth. See your light, know your power, have the courage to walk in your truth. Back of the deck is signs. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. They've been gentle up till now, but they are saying that they're going to have to be a little bit more forceful because you've been ignoring them a little bit. But my grandma used to say, you know, that when God wants something for you, he doesn't whisper, he shoves. And so now Spirit's sitting here saying we're going to be a little bit more adamant about our message. We still won't make you act upon it, but we are going to be a little bit more forceful so that you understand. The next 3 weeks, please. We have here the sound of the universe. Thank you, Spirit. I love this deck. We also have the 48 surrender card, because that's what they're just asking you to do. It's like we don't require anything else other than just a surrender for you. We have the sound of the universe card here as well from the Lemuria deck. And this card specifically asks us to access our psychic toolkit. And that's what they're really asking us with the moon imagery. It's like trusting in your divine guidance counselors and trusting in your higher self. It says, consider your psychic toolkit. Do you have a range of accessible go-to practices for recentering and cleansing your aura or protecting your energy? It's asking you to maintain clear and vibrant energy so that you will see through illusions that may be blocking or disorienting you. So listen, heed their call. They are trying to get your attention. Advice for pile 2, please, for the next 3 weeks. Urgent message that you need. We have lighten up, finding joy in your journey, and dragonfly illusions. You know who you are. Ultimately, when we are sort of suppressing the voice of our guides, it's because we're trying to avoid the truth in a way, because we're not ready to face it in that moment. This dragonfly is talking about transformation that is upon you, that once is made for you. It wants to help you level up. And it's a reminder, it's a gentle reminder from your guides and angels about who you truly are, that you're not this person having this experience. You are a spiritual being. You are made for more. You had many lifetimes before this. You will have many lifetimes potentially after this, and not all in the earthly realm. So always remember that, that everything you see, everything that we fear truly is just an illusion. It's a tool to help us ascend. It's time to focus on your priorities and eliminate all distractions so that you can hear their voices and heed their call. The next 3 weeks, please. Urgent message the next 3 weeks. Look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Whoops. Look at the bigger picture. And when we ask you to look at the bigger picture, we're really talking about the grand scheme. We're not talking about just this lifetime. We're talking about the spiritual big picture here. And that's what we're asking, is now to rise above our past plans about ascension and what success looked like to us then. And when we see the spiritual truths of what true success looks like, we have to detach ourselves from the material world in many cases. It's time to take action. And they don't want you to fear. They say prosperity still lies ahead, but it's different forms of prosperity. It's not just this, but it is this. They don't want you to feel like you have to sacrifice one type of security for emotional happiness. That's not the way it works. You don't have to feel guilty about having abundance. They want you to know that abundance comes in many forms, and that ultimately it should always culminate in this. It should always become the 10 of Cups, the calm, the peace after the storm, the emotional abundance that makes us feel assured and safe and secure, not just in a physical realm, but in general. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 2. Advice, please. We have the Temperance card. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself and find joy in this journey. Even the hummingbird said to lighten up. There's the 7 of Swords. You've had these inclinations for movement for a long time, especially if this is in regards to a relationship for you or a position in your life. You've had these thoughts for a long time, but you've been, every time you have one of those thoughts, sometimes you worry about what that means, or what it would mean to step outside your comfort zone, or what it would mean to speak that thought, and it makes you feel very insecure. The Empress is reversed. So you could be the Divine Feminine here, wanting more out of what you're currently seeing in life. And she is reversed here, which means she's not feeling like she should be sitting on that throne. She's feeling, there could even be like a health issue that you're experiencing as well, but she's feeling insecure. She's not feeling abundant. And that's the evidence that you're not sitting where you're supposed to be, because that's who you are, always. Regardless of your experiences, regardless of the truth that you tell yourself, that's always who you are. But you're not seeing that in your current environment. So to help you see that, they want to push you through to a new spiritual truth. They don't even see you acting upon these epiphanies in the next 3 weeks. They just see you going through the process of reflection in the next 3 weeks. We have happy from, but. It's like happy, but. I don't like the word but, because I feel like it puts a caveat on things. You know, it's like I should be happy, but I'm not. You know, I love you, but I'm sorry, but. We have here, just for you, Star of Aquarius. We have the mask, because we need to take those off. We have the butterfly of transformation and the little star, a transformation that's starting inside. And that's why Spirit really wants you to know that your next 3 weeks is all about an internal journey, an internal reflection, at which you may come to some conclusions about actions. We have the little fairy with the star and the moon. And that's a charm for me that really represents something that I'm fearful to wish for, because I don't know if it's possible. A new life on the outside of your situation. We have the moon, which is ornately decorated as well, about the things that we are suppressing, but also the need for reflection to clear out the turbulence, to clear out the clutter. And we have love and beloved. When I see the word beloved, I think of my name. I think of Amy, because it means beloved. So maybe your name is Amy as well. We also have a little constellation there. All right, pal 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. I wish you so much luck moving forward in the next 3 weeks. If it did resonate with you, I'd love to hear your story below in the comments section. And if you are a beautiful subscriber to my channel, I would love for you to please drop me a comment below. And if you're not a subscriber, please join us, subscribe, and drop me a comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. And I will be drawing that name this week. So be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can enter you and notify you if you're chosen, because I've had a hard time reaching out to my winners lately. I offer a chance to win a free mini read on Instagram on a monthly basis as well. And I offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below. But I hope that you come back here for a visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello everybody. In pile number 3, you were drawn to the red candled head here. And this is your reading, an urgent message from your guides and angels for the next 3 weeks. What messages do they have? What warnings do they have for you? What are they trying to prepare you for the next 3 weeks? So an urgent message meant to find you today. We have some pretty powerful messages for groups 1 and groups 2. So I'm very curious to see what this pile will bring. An urgent message meant for you for the next 3 weeks, please, from your guides and your angels. We have the King of Wands. The Nine of Wands. We have the Star being coupled with the Wheel of Fortune. I just want to move those up so we have room here. Urgent message for the next 3 weeks, please. Four of Swords. And we have the World. Back of the deck is the Five of Pentacles. You may have been struggling for quite a while. This could be in a physical sense, even like a health-wise sense, or financially, but I feel like somebody's been struggling even with their health as well. It's like you feel stuck in place. You could be waiting for some type of news to come in, and sort of really waiting to see how much more of a fight you have ahead of you, you know, like there's a real sense of that. So I feel like you're waiting for some type of news to come in. And this is, I'm dealing with collective energy here. So I'm definitely speaking to somebody very individually right this moment, because there's definitely multiple messages coming in. If you are waiting for some good news to come in, Spirit wants you to know that the news is going to be good. Let's clarify the King of Wands, Ten of Cups. Where's the message? It feels like somebody has been struggling with a really physical problem, and it could be something like I want to say like the word cancer. I want to say like a disease of some kind. And I feel like it's been a challenge. And it's been a challenge. It's been a really hard, you know, time for your family. It's just been really, really difficult overall. And Spirit wants you to know that, first of all, you have not been alone in this whole process, and that they understand that this has caused a turbulence, and it's kind of stolen some of your hope for the future too. It's almost like you're scared to hope for the future. You're scared of like what could come next. Like there's an energy of being exhausted for having fought for quite a while. But what I see coming in for you in the next 3 weeks is some good news. A sudden turn of events in your favor. It's even coming out of the blue. Like I feel like the news is going to come in when you don't expect it. So it feels like it's coming in earlier than you expected it to. Because I almost feel like you had sort of reserved yourself to really negative news. And that's where they want to stop you in your tracks, because they don't like seeing you in that state. They don't like seeing you in a negative. I almost feel like I could cry. I feel like you're crying. And if that's the case, I'm sorry. My heart is going out to you. But they want you to know that you do hold the key towards your energy field, and they want you to keep yourself as in high a vibration as possible, because it's so, so important to healing. And this healing is really important for you for success in the future. And again, you're going to get good news. You're going to get good news, but they want you to keep your head high now before the news even comes in, because you're waiting for it. It's like you're waiting for it, and you're guarding your potential. You're in a very guarded sense here. It's like you don't even know if you should make plans for the future in some way, and Spirit's here to say you can make, and I feel like I could cry. You can make plans for the future. It's okay to hope. It's okay to hope. It's part of your healing process, in fact, to hope for more. And they want you to keep your head high and follow that sun, because that sunshine's coming in for you. Yes, I love it. Judgment. We have the 8 of Swords, and we have the 3 of Swords here with the 5 of Swords. Now, the 8 of Swords with the back of deck with the 3 of Swords, this is a situation that has, you know, been painful, has been heartbreaking, has been a situation where really it's like it didn't serve any, you feel like it didn't serve any purpose. And we ask ourselves that question, especially if you are dealing with a health concern here. We ask ourselves that question sometimes. We say to ourselves, why is this happening to me? Why me? Why is this happening to me? And we can't wrap our heads around where the lesson could lie in this type of pathway for us. And Spirit's here to come over the top and say, you know, the Moon card is a call for reflection. It's a call for us to delve into our higher self, into our wisdom there. And they want you to understand that the epiphanies will come in for you on the other side. That when you cross over, you will get the truths and the wisdom and the reasons for why certain pathways were written into your chart. And with the Hierophant here, with the Wheel of Fortune, Spirit says there were components of this situation that I don't want to say like they were meant to find you, because I feel like you've struggled a lot in it. But you've learned so much. It has expanded your experience. It has expanded your awareness, and it has changed you. And Spirit's here to say, sometimes you will feel like it's changed you for the worse, but on the other side of this, you're going to be able to encourage others along the same path. That it has changed you in so many expansive and wonderful ways. And again, I'm going to cry. I feel like I could bawl and cry here. Spirit wants you to know that this situation shall pass. This too shall pass. This fear of being stuck in this mindset, this feeling trapped, your potential trapped, your expansion trapped, It's like you feel like you're lying in wait for an expansion or for transformation. And Spirit says that it will pass. This too shall pass for you. We even have the Judgment card here. You can see the Dove of Peace coming out of the turbulence, out of the mess, out of the noise. And the Judgment card is a reflection tool as well, along with that moon, which encourages us to delve into what led us along this course, you know, to reflect upon what led us here so that we can resolve or change or heal anything that's no longer serving us, including the fear, including the anxiety. And the Nine of Wands is here to really pat you on the back and say, look what you've accomplished, look what you've done, look what you've been through. And you're standing. There's absolutely no reason for you to not feel optimistic or not feel proud of yourself, because you're leaving the worst behind you. And that's what they're here to tell you now, that they feel your anxiety revving up, they feel your sadness revving up, and it's taking a very negative toll on your vibration. And you don't need that right now. What you need is positivity. What you need is abundance, an abundant mindset. They want you to know, again, you've left the worst behind you. You've already crossed the worst. You've already went over the mountain. You can't see the person here because they've already been over top of that mountain. That this strength has served you well. And I want to just mention this 9 energy. It's almost the completion of a cycle. You're so close. You're so close to seeing the sun. You're so close to the healing and the rest that you've been waiting for. And you're so close to success. So if this has been weighing on your mind, and again, I'm emotional, so bear with me. But if it's been weighing on your mind, your guides and angels are here to say, we've got you. Keep your head high, follow that sun. And just like the Star of Aquarius here, let's reignite that light inside of you, that flame. Let's start making plans. Let's start considering and imagining and envisioning a future. We have stillness. Reflect on the moment of love, kindness, and compassion. We have dreams. The universe speaks to you through your dreams. Because that's when our guards are down. That's when we're able to work through the anxieties and fears of the present moment. We have fruition. Rest assured, your dreams and visions will come to fruition. I feel like in the past you made plans and then those plans were pulled out from underneath you. And now Spirit says you're afraid to make plans. But they also want you to know that you're going to be successful here in this struggle that you've been having. We have truth. See your light, know your power, have the courage to walk your truth. And back of the deck says intuition. Trust your intuition as it has been guiding you to the answers that you seek here. The next 3 weeks advice for group 3, please. We have gracious receptivity. And the back of the deck says manifestia. You are, and again, it's a 3 and a 6 is a 9. It's like what you've been wanting to manifest, health, and it feels like a health journey. This could even be mental health. It doesn't have to be a physical health. It can be mental health as well. And it can be you leaving behind an emotionally unfulfilling situation in relationships even, and moving into abundance. And if that's the case, if you've been feeling stuck or trapped within the dynamics of a really sad situation that is no longer serving you, but you're afraid to move forward, Spirit says that confidence and courage are your key to success here, and that you will be successful, and that you have new starts waiting for you. There does seem to be a very strong pull to this energy when it comes to health in some way, so physical or mental health. And we have gracious receptivity here with the 28 card. The 2 and the 8 is 10. You know, it's the completion of a cycle, and they want us to fill our hearts with gratitude in this moment, so that we can, it says giving without hesitation or the expectation of more coming in. It says consider your relationship with gratitude and how comfortable you feel receiving. It's like sometimes we're afraid. We're afraid to even be grateful. We're afraid to be happy. How can you add this to the lives of other people? Are there areas where you are overextending yourself? They are calling for rest and an ease of the mind, so that you can clear your mind, so that you can fully see the truth, so that you can fully see the light, so you can feel more optimistic. It says right now you may feel like you have just a little bit to give and nothing more. If so, allow yourself to receive more. The gift of the sun on your face on a winter's day, or a compliment from a stranger, and allow yourself to drink in every drop. After all, it's up to you how deeply you wish to drink of the gift that is shared. And that's truly why your guides are here talking to you today, because they want to assure you of a successful path ahead, but they want to address your energy field now, because we're leading into the next 3 weeks, but our future and the vibration that it carries is really dependent upon us planting a good seed. And so they want you to start planting more positive seeds, feel more confident about what the future is holding. They understand the fears and the worries that have been on your shoulders during this process, but that's why they are here to talk to you today, because they're trying to alleviate some of that so that you can shift that mindset, so you can plant good seeds, so that we can help ourselves instead of being a hindrance to our abundance and our ascension in the future. The next 3 weeks for group 3, please. We have antelope, decisiveness, make a decision and take appropriate action. And that specific card is really speaking to me about someone who's considering walking away from something, walking away from even a marriage potentially here. You've been putting off that decision, but Spirit says it may be time. It may be time for you to choose, because the light is waiting for you. Peace is waiting for you. Look beyond immediate appearances to see spiritual truths and resolve. You will overcome. You absolutely will overcome. Back of the deck says swan. Appreciate the beauty inside and all of around you. And you can see the swan is reflecting itself. It's talking about something very beautiful, very unique. Reflections needed to get ourselves out of this lack mindset and a prison. It's like we feel imprisoned by our circumstances, and this could be, again, in love or health-wise, we feel imprisoned by them. But the Eight of Swords, you can see that the butterfly, if it unfurls its wings, if it takes a look around, nothing is holding it back. Nothing is holding it back. And so Spirit wants you to look beyond what is now and understand that you will overcome. You can see this elephant has lost a tusk, so you may feel that you have lost a lot. But you know what it's gained? Wisdom and endurance and the ability to lead others along their own path. And it doesn't even have to be the same path, but it's enough of a wisdom, it's enough of an experience to help so many people. Next 3 weeks, please, pile number 3. We have here a time for healing for you. And whether it be a physical healing or a healing of your emotions because you've detached from something that's no longer serving you, Spirit wants to give yourself time to grieve and time to heal and time to appreciate the beauty all around you, truly. This is going to be a time over the next 3 weeks for you to detach and to heal, because we have abundance coming in for you. We also have here, show the world the real you. Time to take your masks off if you're holding back. Time to create the change where you know it's needed. And that's specifically for someone who's leaving behind a dynamic like a relationship. When it comes to health concerns, whether it be physical or mental health concerns, Spirit doesn't want you to be sort of afraid to be hopeful. They want you to know that healing is coming. Time to step outside of your comfort zone with the North Node. A charm bowl for pile number 3, please. The next 3 weeks in the bowl. Advice for pile 3. The Strength reversed. The Ace of Pentacles reversed. And the Seven of Cups. It's like you don't have the energy to hope. And I want to give you some of mine. I want to give you some of mine. And that's what the beautiful nature of this environment is that we are all a soul family. So you can draw upon the power of other people. And I want to give you some of my energy, because you feel stressed out about the potential of more. There could even be a depression that you're suffering with at this time too, that's feeding into some of this sense of loss and this fear of hoping, because the Seven of Cups is really talking about confusion and hope and options. And where we see confusion, Spirit sees options. So where we see a muddled energy, where we're confused and we can't see the forest through the trees, Spirit sees what we can't see. They look beyond our feelings, they look beyond our fears, and they see what's possible and what is made for us. And so they want to let you draw upon their energy as well, and they want you to seek out the energy and help from other people if you need the encouragement to get yourself out of that mindset of lack, especially if it's a depression feeding into that stress as well. Whoops. We have a lot of letters in the bowl today. The letter G, F and E, the letter P and K, the letter J. We also have here a playing card. Whoops, can't flip it over because my nails are too short. We have the Queen of Swords. You're leaving something behind. You're cutting something, a situation, a person, illness. You're cutting things out. You're leaving them behind. You're moving forward. We have but. I don't like the word but because it's like I miss you, but I love you, but there's caveats, there's excuses surrounding the word but. And Spirit says there's no more excuses, it's time for movement. We have here the pineapple, which is talking about reunions and friendships. We have the stethoscope, the heart chakra. It's a heart, so there could be a blockage in the heart chakra, or there could be a medical situation that we're talking about here today that is coming to a close. They want to come over the top and say you are going to heal. We have the High Priestess with the curled shell. And we also have the mermaid, the siren of the bowl, something tempting us, something luring us away. We also have the High Priestess, which is asking us to draw upon our inner strength and the strength from our guides and angels and to listen to their voice because they want to direct us during this time. All right, group number 3, that's what I have for you today, and I hope that it resonated. And if it did resonate with you, I'd love to hear your story below in the comments section so we can get some words of encouragement back to you. We are a beautiful soul family here. We're all here to walk each other home. So thank you guys so much for being a support to each other in the comments section. It really, really means a lot to me. If this did resonate with you and you are not a subscriber, we would love to have you as a part of our soul family. So please subscribe and hit your notification bell and drop me a comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. And I will be pulling that name this week. And be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can actually notify you if you're chosen because I've had a hard time getting a hold of my winners in the recent weeks. But I hope that you come back here for another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a beautiful day.